let's continue it with Cesar Nova. And by the look at that waveform, I could tell that's probably electronic. Let's check it out. Un Sueño.
Nice waveform.
Nice waveform, dude. Be a shame if something happened to it.
I just lost it. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Come on.
Ooh, there's some phasing going on, right? Never mind. Do you see that sweep? That was beautiful. It's like a wave through a stadium. Amazing. That voice layered with that guitar was incredible. What was that? Cesar, man, that's so freaking cool. It's just so funky. Like, Joe, what do you think?
I'm in love with that low end.
Yeah.
Like, it was so much and so perfect. Like, the kick drum just hits you in the chest of your headphones, and the bass was just walking all over the place. You could hear every note, but then there was still like some cool mid-rangey keyboards, and the vocals were amazing. Like, somebody wrote, and I completely agree, a total like almost like if Michael Jackson was Hispanic kind of a vibe, which I think would be the ultimate compliment. I would hope that's what, I mean, that's a compliment for sure.
Absolutely.
Golly, and then that singing over the guitar solo. First of all, you're not expecting a guitar solo, and then it's amazing, and then singing over it reminds me of those. If you go listen to there's a playlist I listen to called like piano piano club or like jazz club piano, and it's a bunch of like live performances, but you can hear, and even in these studio tracks, you can hear the person playing the riff, and then the microphone on the piano is picking him up, still singing along with it. So like, it's probably not what that was, but it reminded me of that whole like where they're singing and playing it at the same time. Just, man, what a great whatever 3 minutes of awesome that was.
Perfectly said. I love everything you said. Can't agree more. Also, that bass line was so well defined and just so well played and so much funk in there. And what you said in the very beginning, so much bass, and yet it's so clear and so well pronounced. That must also be because they got their low cuts right. Like if you look in this little preview from the spectrometer, that still shows like the peaks and dips of the mix. Everything below 40 hertz has been radically cut because those kind of frequencies are way below the fundamental octave of your song, but they take up all the headroom, right? So that's like the frequencies you can't even hear on most sound systems, but take up the most energy. And most people don't cut that out rigorously enough, I find. Of course, sometimes you have to leave it in. Like we had mixes where that was super important for the entire feel.
Yeah.
But here, that's responsible for all that musicality, for all that bass, yet clarity that you heard. It's that headroom right there.
I love how you've been talking about that for like almost every stream.
Yes, it's so true.
But this, usually you're telling people you need to do this to fix this problem, but now we listen to it. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even look at that little curve, made a comment about how great the bass was, and then we look and we see data that, it had a nice, sharp roll-off.
Yeah. This is
And
like
I
the
didn't feel
proof.
like I was missing anything. Yeah. Total proof. Man, that was
Love
good.
that. Yeah. Hopefully people can see why I kept preaching this now, because everything below the F0, so like the fundamental F note, has been radically cut. And all that headroom gained was shining through in that bass line that you heard.
And just, I have to say it because the nerds among us are going to say, but, well, technically the low E on a bass guitar is somewhere around 42 or 46 hertz. Instead of saying you're cutting the funda. That's just that's the first of many frequencies that come out of the bass, right? Like, listen on speakers that don't produce below 80 hertz, you still hear the low E, right? It's still there. There's stuff down there that's not necessarily helpful. So anyway, that's just nerd alert. But man, that was fantastic. Cesar, send more. That was delightful.
Please do.